Daddy's talking to himself again.
It's a new Milliput project. I start by mounting this partly prepared sycamore blank onto my Easy Chuck. It's already got some Milliput put in, but it's not been cut back. So I'm actually starting this with a reveal, just using my Easy rougher there to cut back the Milliput, and now a parting tool to create the recesses to put some more Milliput in. So you can see it's exposed 3 black lines, and I've put a recess between each. Now this is a new trial colour of Milliput. It's not actually available yet. It's just a test colour. It's kind of a turquoisey colour. So we're mixing equal quantities, making sure it's thoroughly mixed and all smooth, even colour. You need to do it for a good 5 minutes, and then it's a case of squidging it in, leaving no voids, and leave it slightly proud too. Then let it set overnight. We're back on the lathe. I left it on the chuck so it's still running true. I'm now using my Easy Wood Tools Easy Rougher to cut back the Turquoise Milliput. You can cut this back with just about any tool really. I just rather like using these Easy Roughers for this. It's perfect. Bit of sanding, just giving it that final profile and finish. Now I'm doing some hollowing, and the majority of the hollowing I'm doing with the Robert Sorby 3/8 bowl gouge, and that bowl gouge has got the standard grind on it. It's not a fingernail grind. I quite like the standard grind for hollowing. It's got a nice bevel on it so you can chase across the bottom of the bowl. But just taking my time, make sure I don't overshoot and ruin my rim. Doing push cuts right across the base of the bowl now. I'm a bit rusty here. It's the first time I've used my lathe in several weeks, so I was taking a little bit, getting back into the swing of it really. We're getting some nice shavings coming off there. It's a nice sharp gouge. Very dry, this sycamore. It needs to be dry and stable really for this sort of Milliput inlay work. You don't want the bowl moving, once you've finished turning it. Still working with my Robert Sorby gouge here. Now I've switched to a heavy duty bowl scraper, just making sure there's no ridges. And now back to an Easy Wood tool. This is the Easy Finisher. It's a carbide tool, and I'm just using that for deepening the undercut because it's an enclosed bowl. Then we're back to a Robert Sorby scraper here, and this one I've added a negative rake onto it. And there's a smaller negative rake scraper here. Bit of sanding, power sanding on the drill there. Hand sanding to get into that recess. Bit of dusting. Now cellulose sanding sealer, chestnut products. 2 coats of this. And then my favourite bit, the Yorkshire grit. I'm using standard Yorkshire grit to start with. Put it on generously and you work it and work it. It gets finer and finer. And then you buff it all away. Get rid of any residue. Now, new Yorkshire grit Microfine. Same process. Lathe stationary, put it on. Then work it and work it. And then buff it all away. And this just gives the Milliput a really beautiful shine on it. But really pleased with the finish I got on this bowl. The Milliput was just, really gleaming. Changing the Easy Chuck jaws, which is a very easy job as the name suggests. And I'm putting on the 16-inch Big Easy jaws. These are very, very useful and very easy to set up. I'm just adjusting the pegs to get the diameter right, so I'm using these in expansion mode. So I've reversed the bowl, back on the lathe, expanding the jaws, tightening up with the special wrench, and then we're just turning away that recess in the bottom. I'm starting off with Robert Sorby 3/8 bowl gouge. This has got a fingernail grind on this one. Started with push cuts, now a few pull cuts and shear scrapes, just getting rid of the marks on the bottom there. And a negative rake scraper, just smoothing everything over, and then sanding, power sanding here. Then branding with my logo, and final finish with Yorkshire Grit Original and Microfine. Back in my workshop, another project finished with my big Easy Jaws from Easy Wood Tools on the Easy Chuck, and they performed brilliantly again. But here it is, my latest Milliput bowl, and it's concentric circles using a new colour Milliput. This is still a prototype colour and will unlikely be the finished colour, but it's a sort of a pastel-y turquoise colour. It's just one that I've been testing really, and it looks really good. It's come out lovely. Pleased with the shape of the bowl, and the finish is has come out really good. No torn grain. Used a mixture of traditional and carbide tools to finish it as well. But I hope you like that. And extremely shiny finish on that. And I did that with Yorkshire Grit Original, followed by Yorkshire Grit Microfine. So that's the result. Turned out the bottom, put my mark on it. Sorry you sort of joined the project halfway through, but this was originally a demo piece for a club demo I was doing, which was going to be 3 concentric black lines, but it was one that didn't get used in the demo, and it had been sitting around for quite a long while. Luckily it still ran fairly true, but I thought, why not put some of the new coloured Milliput in there and see what it looks like. But yeah, very pleased with that. I've got lots of videos coming up. You've seen all my eyeballs if you've been following me, and my Game of Thrones one, which I've just put up recently. I've got another video to do on this lovely box of goodies from the States, from Easy Wood Tools. They've sent me some very special tools, some of their latest designs of negative rake cutters. So I'm going to be demonstrating those, and I've got a very special resin project to demonstrate that, if it works. It's not something I've seen done like that, you know, like I'm going to do it. So another experiment, but fingers crossed it works. I've got a couple of mentions too. Firstly,
a big shout out to Jamie Page.
I've got to mention Jamie Page. He's a good friend of mine. I've got to know him very well over the past couple of years. He does an awful lot for our making community. Facebook and Instagram are relatively new to me, and I'm sort of still getting to grips with it, but it's made me realise just how much he does for our making community, promoting and supporting everyone within it. And he's recently done a couple of videos using Milliput, so I'll put some links in the description. Go and check out Jamie's channel, give him some love.
Don't forget Maker Central 2019.
That's right, Mia. Makers Central 2019. If you missed Makers Central 2018, you really missed out on a great event. Don't miss the 2019 show. It's at the NEC in Birmingham on the 11th and 12th of May, and it is going to be massive. If you thought this year's show was big, next year's show is going to be even bigger. And so get your tickets now. They're on the website, and I'll put links to that in the description. Thank you very much to all my subscribers. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It costs nothing, and you'll be notified of when I put up a new video. And give me a thumbs up and share the videos as much as possible, because it all helps. And I'll be back soon with some more videos. Bye for now.
More rubbish coming soon.